Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for reliable updates on global currency revaluations, evolving financial markets, and real-time developments impacting currency holders around the world. Today marks a defining milestone in global economic history, one that transforms years of speculation into concrete progress and undeniable reality. As of June 5, 2025, the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND, have officially undergone major revaluations. This long-awaited event has captured the attention of global financial institutions, market analysts, and economic strategists across continents. The revaluation of these currencies is not merely a technical update or a brief fluctuation in foreign exchange rates, it's a moment of recognition. It acknowledges the emergence of Iraq and Vietnam as increasingly credible economic players, no longer confined by the instability and limitations of their pasts. The national announcement, made on IC television, marked the end of years of cautious optimism and confirmed what so many had anticipated with patience and hope. Currency holders who weathered the uncertainty now find themselves standing at the threshold of an extraordinary opportunity. This revaluation represents a fundamental shift in how the world perceives and interacts with these two nations. It signals economic maturation, institutional credibility, and fiscal readiness. Currency revaluation is rare, and when it happens, it is typically a direct result of deliberate and sustained national reform. It is not about political rhetoric or market hype, it is about measurable progress. For both Iraq and Vietnam, this moment is the culmination of focused efforts in fiscal policy, structural reform, and strategic investment aimed at stabilizing their economies and positioning themselves on a global financial stage. For currency holders, the impact is nothing short of transformative. A 25,000 IQD note, which once exchanged for less than $200, is now valued at approximately $12,500. This newfound purchasing power places many individuals into entirely new financial categories. It unlocks the possibility of debt elimination, investment in real estate, access to new business ventures, and the ability to contribute meaningfully to philanthropic efforts. However, with this sudden increase in wealth comes a corresponding responsibility to understand its implications. The tax landscape, investment risks, and the strategic use of capital must all be carefully considered to ensure this opportunity translates into long-term prosperity. This moment is not a stroke of luck. It is the product of detailed planning and international collaboration. Analysts such as Mark Z have emphasized that Iraq's economic expansion is the result of years of groundwork. One of the most pivotal drivers has been Iraq's partnership with global banking institutions. These collaborations have supported the modernization of Iraq's financial systems, increased transparency, and reduced reliance on outdated or regionalized financial infrastructures. Iraq's steady movement toward economic independence and long-term fiscal stability is a direct result of these strategic alliances. After decades of monetary instability and skepticism, Iraq has proven its ability to manage a credible monetary policy. This revaluation is the evidence of that credibility, a reflection of regained confidence among international institutions and investors. UBS's involvement further underscores the endorsement of Iraq's financial progress by major Western institutions, a crucial indicator for global capital markets considering long-term investment in the region. On June 5th, at exactly 11:24 a.m., a critical step in this process was confirmed. Bruce from Wiser Now reported that Redemption Center personnel had officially been activated. This marked the beginning of the live exchange process, allowing currency holders to convert their IQD and VND holdings at newly established rates. Unlike previous rumors or unverified claims, this development came through formal, structured channels with clearly defined steps for participants. Currency holders around the world began receiving official notifications, including detailed instructions on how to schedule appointments and carry out their exchanges securely. The rollout has been designed for fairness, accessibility, and security. A 14-day exchange window allows for informed decision-making and consultations with financial professionals. Redemption centers have been prepared with logistical precision to handle high transaction volumes while maintaining safety and transparency. Banks and institutions have adjusted their operational protocols to support this unprecedented event, implementing real-time scheduling systems and customer support frameworks to ensure a smooth and efficient process. Financial institutions globally are now responding to this shift. Banks, forex platforms, and compliance departments are undertaking internal audits, updating exchange policies, and recalibrating systems to reflect the new values. This is not merely a change in currency value, it's a transformation in how financial services operate, how risk is assessed, and how institutional clients are managed. Forex platforms have updated their algorithms to reflect the new rates and mitigate speculative volatility. Legal and compliance teams are actively updating anti-money laundering protocols, know-your-customer requirements, and cross-border transaction regulations to align with this new finance. Banks in Iraq and Vietnam are undergoing sweeping operational changes to accommodate the surge in activity. Meanwhile, Western banks with global trading desks are preparing their wealth management divisions for an influx of high-net-worth clients. This is a coordinated global financial transition, and it is being executed with a level of seriousness and precision reflective of its scale. N.T. Goat, a well-known financial analyst, recently revealed confidential but confirmed insights into discussions within the International Monetary Fund. The IMF has formally acknowledged that Iraq now meets all essential criteria for global currency recalibration. This recognition is more than symbolic. It confirms Iraq's economic discipline, foreign reserve strength, and inflation management. It sends a strong message to investors and global markets that Iraq is now a legitimate, stable, and attractive destination for investment. This endorsement has triggered a surge of interest in infrastructure projects, real estate, and energy development across Iraq. Combined with Iraq's strategic geographical position and abundant natural resources, the IMF's backing is catalyzing investment decisions and reshaping the country's image from a post-conflict region to a dynamic and investable economy. The updated exchange rate, valuing the Iraqi dinar at $50 USD per IQD, represents one of the most significant monetary revaluations in modern history. Moving from a previous rate of 1,370 IQD per USD to a rate where a single dinar equals half a dollar is not just a technical change. It is a complete reimagining of Iraq's economic identity. For long-term currency holders, this shift provides access to resources, capital, and opportunities that were previously out of reach. This new value brings national benefits as well, improving Iraq's ability to import goods, negotiate trade agreements, and stabilize domestic prices. However, this moment requires caution. Rapid appreciation of currency can lead to inflationary pressures, market bubbles, and misallocation of resources if not properly managed. Governments must act quickly and wisely, implementing fiscal and monetary policies that maintain balance and avoid economic overreach. Financial education and public awareness will play a vital role in ensuring that this wealth is preserved, not squandered. The path ahead demands focus. Investors, currency holders, and financial professionals must stay agile. They must track central bank announcements, government fiscal actions, and geopolitical developments. The financial environment is evolving rapidly, and this revaluation adds new layers of complexity. This is not a time for passive observation. It is a time for deliberate consulting with financial advisors, wealth strategists, and tax professionals is essential to developing a responsible and sustainable strategy. Effective risk management, portfolio diversification, and liquidity planning will separate those who experience short-term gain from those who build enduring legacies. A disciplined financial approach, rooted in knowledge and guided by strategy, will be the key to turning today's breakthrough into tomorrow's stability. At the national level, this revaluation reshapes industries and trade relationships. Iraq is poised for significant growth in energy, logistics, construction, agriculture, and digital finance. Vietnam is already seeing momentum in technology, advanced manufacturing, and green infrastructure. These sectors stand to benefit from increased investment and rising consumer confidence, both domestically and internationally. For individuals, this revaluation is more than an opportunity to gain. It's a chance to reframe life goals. It's a moment to pay off debt, invest in education, start a business, or give back to the community. It provides a rare window to reshape family legacies and build a more intentional, purpose-driven financial future. For investors, this is a unique entry point into two high-growth, formerly underappreciated economies. Iraq and Vietnam are no longer just emerging markets. They are entering the mainstream. Strategic global partnerships, sustained reforms, and growing regional influence have elevated their status and opened the door to new trade opportunities and investment pathways. At the national level, this revaluation is a mark of validation. It proves that with strategic planning, international cooperation, and internal reform, countries can change their trajectories. It is a coming of age for both Iraq and Vietnam, a moment where past hardships are not forgotten, but are instead transformed into platforms for sustainable growth and international credibility. As global markets respond and the financial landscape continues to shift, the story of this revaluation is still being written. What happens next depends on the decisions made today, by individuals, institutions, and nations. This is a turning point not only in the financial world, but in the broader arc of global development. We invite you to share your perspective in the comments below, whether you're preparing to exchange, planning your next investment move, or simply looking for clarity in this rapidly evolving environment. Your voice is part of a larger conversation happening worldwide, and your journey is shared by thousands of others stepping into this new financial frontier. Stay subscribed to Iraqi Dinar Info for real-time updates, expert insights, and actionable strategies tailored to IQD, VND, and the broader global marketplace. We are committed to being a steady, reliable source of information as this new chapter unfolds. Let this space be where facts meet vision and where financial empowerment begins. This is more than the end of speculation. It is the beginning of possibility. Whether you're exchanging your currency, planning a legacy, or simply watching the world change, remember, knowledge is power, and power used with intention can change everything. Here's to new beginnings, renewed potential, and a more prosperous